There is a lot of talk and rumors about the hacker group known as Anonymous. Their actions as a group and reputation varies widely. They're typically misportrayed in the media, and while this is mostly the fault of ADIQ journalists,
who is this 4chan?
It is difficult to analyze a faceless group with no real structured hierarchy. But how did it all start? Well, it all started with
a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling.
The story begins some time ago in Japan. Not that Japan, this one. When the internet was still relatively new. In Japan, nerds are ostracized socially. They are called otaku, and they are portrayed very negatively in the media. Someone is outed as an otaku, friends may disown them, or even have companies refuse to hire them. But there's also a very large amount of nerds in Japan. Japan is a very tech-savvy country, but it's also a very private one. This gave rise to a very important message board called 2channel in 1999. This board pioneered the idea that you should be able to post to a message board anonymously. A different website was made that was like 2channel, except you could post images instead of just text. This was called 2chan. Meanwhile, in America, the internet was rapidly growing. American nerds were creating quote-unquote underground communities on the internet that focused heavily on not only discussion of hobbies and interests, but creating and rapidly spreading memes too. The biggest at the time was called Something Awful, or SA for short. SA really pushed the envelope in controversial topics, but you were still required to register in order to post, which meant that a paper trail was always left that could possibly lead back to you. A member of this community named Christopher Poole, better known as Moot, learned of 2chan over in Japan and felt the philosophy of anonymous posting could do well in communities like SA. So he replicated the 2chan software and called it 4chan. 4chan was created on October 1st, 2003, and quickly developed a cult following and became the source of many of the classic memes and internet culture we see today. Nerds and freaks alike congregate to discuss things like this, and well, let's not talk about that one. The community of 4chan flew the banner of anonymity proudly. They referred to users of 4chan as anons, and branded Anonymous as a single entity, which they personified as a character wearing a suit with a no picture available face. But 4chan had one major flaw. There was no social aspect. The point was to be and remain anonymous. Those that tried were belittled by the website as a whole for going against what it stood for. This continued until the start of a large global 4chan meetup in 2008 under the guise of protesting the Church of Scientology. There were some interesting successes and failures as a result of this experiment, and several factions formed. All of these people called themselves anonymous, but they all started going down very different paths. Scientology protest movement grew legs of its own and eventually separated itself from their ties to 4chan. This same group and other groups inspired by this movement is what the media commonly refers to when they say anonymous, and their roots are why they share the moniker and Guy Fawkes imagery with 4chan. They're a group of hacktivists, hacktivist being a blend of the words hack and activism. Activists use their computer skills as a form of civil disobedience to promote political agendas or social change, generally in support of free speech and human rights. But this isn't exactly in line with the group's actions. There's a massive amount of events Anonymous has claimed responsibility for. This is ranging from hacking epilepsy forums to show flashing computer animations, to hacking Russian government sites in support of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Realistically though, Anonymous is more of an idea than anything. It was just founded by nerds on image boards, but it has really spread as a concept that says, you have the right to speak your mind anonymously,